Welcome back. We're at day 4 of Elevate Your Relationship. Before we get to today's tool, I just want to check in a little bit. I want to see, how have you been doing with your judgments? Have you been recognizing where you judge? Have you been able to let them go? What about comparisons? Same thing there. Have you been able to notice and just become aware of the places that you compare you or your partner or your relationship to others? If not, keep working on it. And in fact, folks, this is a lifelong journey. We learned a long time ago how to judge and how to compare, and so it comes easily for us. So this is something that you're going to have to mindfully practice. So keep after it. Keep after it. And by the way, when you look at your judgments and you look at your comparisons, don't judge. We oftentimes judge the judgments. And folks, that just gets us into a vicious cycle that we don't want to be in. So be aware of that. Just become aware of those judgments, aware of those comparisons. Say, hey, I know better now, and let them go. Today's tool kind of really does tie in well to the judgments and comparison. Today's tool is release expectations. Now, before you think that I've gone crazy here, you're not giving up when you do this. You're not giving up on the relationship or your part in the relationship when you do this. Expectations are based on things that we have seen outside of us. They're based on ideas that we've come up with based on what we saw when we compared. So the comparisons really do lead us to these expectations. We talked yesterday about comparison. You can't do an apples-to-apples comparison, so don't even try. You don't know what goes on to make that relationship work or make that facade seem like it works. Just let go of your comparisons, and when you do that, you can more easily let go of these expectations. Now, when we get into expectations, we set ourselves up into that win-lose type of scenario. There's not a whole lot of middle ground. We either get there or we don't. Now, if you're a great communicator, you might be able to find ways to share your expectations with your partner. And when you do that and they're willing to work, sometimes those expectations are met. A lot of times, though, we get these expectations in our head and then we just expect our partner to know what they are. We think that they're mind readers, and then we get angry when they don't read our minds and when they don't meet our expectations. So, for this program, I'm going to ask you, in this week of awareness, while we're getting back to the foundation, release your expectations. Some great things happen when you do that. When you can let them go, you can get back to that foundation and back to that spot where you can recognize what you love about the relationship and what you love about yourself and what you love about your partner. Something at the beginning of this relationship on all 3 of those levels worked. You wouldn't be together if it didn't. So when you let go of expectations, you can get back to that. You can see that again. You can open your awareness to that again. And when you do, you can find gratitude for it. That is key in a relationship, is having gratitude for what you have now. Now, I say let go of expectations, and I'm not asking you to give up on what you desire. We're going to talk more fully next week about what you really want in your relationship. So I'm not really asking you to just forfeit all of it and let it go. I am asking you to just let go of it today. Let go of it this week. Let's get back to that foundation. When you do get to that place of gratitude, you will attract more things to be grateful for. It's the law of attraction, plain and simple. And folks, that it really works. The law of attraction simply is what you put out, you bring back. If you're focusing on the lack of these expectations getting met, you're going to get more lack. You're going to have more reasons to find that these expectations are not getting met. If you focus on what you're grateful for, you're going to find more things for which to be grateful. So release your expectations along with your judgments and your comparisons. Just let them go. We are simply opening awareness of what you have. And when you start looking at that, you will find some things that you can build upon. It might be tiny little pebbles, but when you throw a pebble into a still pond, folks, the ripples go on forever. That's what we're talking about. Your energy is the ripples. When you focus on gratitude, you create them. And they expand and they expand and they expand. And sooner or later, that energy will be strong enough that your partner will pick up on it. If your partner's not participating here, I'm not worried. Because the work that you're going to do here, the work and the changes that you make within yourself, the energy shifts that you're going to feel, will be felt by your partner as well. So today, release your expectations. Have fun with this, folks. It is a blast. Sometimes we get a little angry at what we find. Let that go. Becoming aware is one of the most precious gifts that you can give yourself. So dig deep. Find that awareness of the foundation, the things that make your relationship hold together. Release judgments, release comparisons, and today, release expectations. This is going to turn around. We are going to turn the corner and start building here pretty soon, about 3 more days. So stick with us, and we'll see you here tomorrow.